A pleasant good morning to one and all present here. I am here to speak about the school education is today and tomorrow. We know the education is a bright diamond. There is not anything to equal such education. In few years ago, the education is only to rich, not to poor. To avoid such situation, the kingmaker K. Kamaraj, who struggled for education, which need to spread to all the children. Unassailable ideas appears. Who among us can tell what future will look like? Projections like lifestyles, social information, encounter, not just difficult. Who could imagine our vision 20 years ago the adult address today was? Most of the significant problem in the education is that the aim on the contact can be justified on preparation. The school education only basing on to get the marks, that's all. The school curriculums based on preparing conception on education intellectually irrelevant more than who one student learn to jump in order to move more ahead. From my perspective, we can prepare best future through the students by encouraging them. Today's students only focusing on the education which leads them to critical situation. So, of course, today education is of jumping variety. Powerful ideas are those have luxus which push the students to be a best KHERA. The star have 5 ends, square have 4 ends, triangle have 3 ends, line have 2 ends, but the precious education have no ends. Does education teach to be a perfect human? Never. Today education just to be gain money and be a doctor, to engineer, lecture, safeguard and develop our properties. So the education want to teach the basic thing, that this discipline. Due to job, we going around the world. In that time, we need self-respect and self-discipline. If the student who filled with this type of character, which leads them to great leaders. So the education want to address at present. The students are only backbone of our country. If they educate her, the India will turn to be a developed country. The new forms which creates the new students to be a best KHERA. School curriculums which giving the challenges to them to get only marks and vomiting in the paper as a by hearting. They want to be a practical what the future education will be. The future education want to be as an interest and challenges which push students to be a great leaders and a KHERA. KHERA was born in business family and worked as a Kawasha life insurance agent. When he was living in USA, he was inspired a lecturer. Where as a motivated speaker, he written several books including You Can Win, which was translated into 19 languages. KHERA founded a Country First Foundation to ensure education and justice are only way for freedom. I declare that today education want to address at present. I believe that tomorrow education will be as the sun shines. If you take one single step for education, the book of history will turn and shaken for you. If simple touch make us feel better, a simple buy make us cry, a simple care make us affection, a precious education make us to be a best and KHERA. KHERA was used his money to educate other people, and still the India does not reach the education level. Some of the students in rural areas, they are not educated. So in India, girls and boys want educated as well as like in the Britishers, because British only popularized the education in India. So I believe in that tomorrow education will be as the sun shines. The teachers are only creating the students as best and great leaders. So judges, it is tough to judge. I am declared that if you take one single step for education, the book of history will turn for you. I am giving humble thanks to everybody who gave me this golden opportunity.